time of year we're just finished gridiron and everything. March Madness is in full swing. That's great. I got up this morning to write what I'm going to write here, and I get this call, and it says, "This is your bug man, Larry." And I'm in Wichita today. I'm over around Goddard. I can be there and do your annual, semi-annual, I guess, deal here that I do every year, and I'm on my way. And I said, well, okay. And so my bugman Larry shows up, and I got him in. He said, "This is the first time I've been inside in 2 years because of COVID, you know." And I said, "Yeah, that's right." He said, "I've always just sprayed in the back and fences and stuff." I said, "Yeah, I know that." He said, "So I'm going to come inside this year." And he said, "I've always given you those traps, you know, for the brown recluse spider, you know." He said, "Look at this." And he pulls down his pants and shows me this bite he had, you know. He said, "That's what it can do." And I had to go to the hospital. I said, well, and you know, it's a bad deal here, so I need to get back to work here and start right. And he comes over with one of these. He said, "Look at that. Look at that. There's 60 of those in that trap. 60 brown." I said, "Oh gosh, that's a bad deal." He said, "You." And I said, "You don't need to show me the bite again, you know." And then he said, and then he goes back to work, and he comes back every one of these traps. "Hey, look at this," and you know, "Hey, listen, Larry. I mean, you know," and I'm gonna get this done. He said, "Okay." He said, and then he called somebody, and he's talking real soft. He said, "I just talked to the girl who will get my stuff from my equipment and everything, and she said that yeah, you're gonna need 2 fumigations for this." And I said, "Well, okay." And I'm gonna, "Oh, okay, Larry. I'm gonna have to turn off your heater." Okay, Larry." And he said, "I'm not gonna come back and turn it on." Yeah, okay, Larry. I can turn on my water heater. I'm pretty inept about household stuff, but I can do that, you know. And so Larry, I said, Larry, listen, I really do have to get back to work here. I've got a TV thing I do." And he said, "Really, what do you do?" And I said, "Well, I mainly talk about minor frustrations that I get during the day, and things that you know, things that interrupt my life, and you know, people can kind of relate to you. You know the things that really bug you." And Larry says, "Oh, well, I know about that." And he started on something else, you know, and he said, "I know all that and everything," but he says, "Has anybody watched that?" "I don't think so, Larry." I said, "The owners of the station refused to let me see the ratings, so I'm assuming that they're embarrassed by me." And he said, "Well, boy," he said, "yeah," he said, "I don't know." He said, "I've been doing this." He said, had to go to a school this last week, but we have to do that every 2 years to keep our license up. And I went to this school. They had it at the Kenta Inn. You know where that is?" And I said, "Oh yeah, it's easy. I know the Kenta Inn. And that's Spanish for next to Denny's." And so it's easy to find, you know. And Larry said, "Well, I didn't know that." And I said, "Yeah," and next to some of this stuff. And Larry says, "Well, I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to be doing that." And Larry was he's really into his deal, but he says, told me we learned about a new bug that's coming, a new spider. It's not here yet, but you really got to watch out for it. It's called the brown widow. He's just like a black widow, only it's brown. And I said, "Well, that kind of explains the difference." And then he said, "There's a white violin on the top instead of and he said, 'Whoa, this one, boy, you know," and he went on like that. He said, "You're just lucky you haven't been bitten by this other one." He said, "All these traps I've set out and everything," and he's going on. He said, I don't know." I said, "I don't know, Larry. I've got to leave now." And he said, "Okay. And let me move my truck. My truck's behind you." And so I didn't. And I go back. This dog is just going nuts when I come driving out, you know. And I get out, and I said, leave the door open. He said, oh, I will. I mean, lock it. Larry said he would. And I'll be with Larry now for about, yes, because he's going to be coming over and fumigating and doing all the things that Larry does. And I don't think Larry, here, this was good. He said, I'll turn out the lights. And I said, yeah, now, see these right here? You just say, Harry, turn off all the lights. And the lights went out. He said, whoa! He said, man, I haven't seen anything like that. And he said, I kind of explained to him, I said, I don't even know if somebody set it up for me. He said, I'm highly intelligent, but I don't even have a computer. I leave that up to my accountant. Well, anyway,